What's up, guys? It's your boy Hidden Gems, and welcome back to the channel, bringing you another video for your viewing pleasure, or more for your knowledge pleasure. um, so before we get into the video, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. When it comes to gaming, I just want to say that gaming can be addictive, and it can get in the way of other aspects of your life. So please, if you're going to game, do it responsibly. Make sure that you've taken care of your other responsibilities. You're looking after your health, your spiritual health, um, your family, your other responsibilities. Make sure those things are taken care of in moderation, and just doing it for fun and with friends and things like that. It can still be fine, but please make sure that you're doing it responsibly and not just gaming only. With that being said, let's look at the Xbox Game Pass again. We're going to be talking about what games look interesting and what games look exciting. So this should be a quick video. It's very impromptu. We're just going to look at briefly what games I've played before that I suggest you play, and what games look interesting in the past. Also, I want to note that as soon as I signed into Xbox Game Pass, I'm not currently subscribed, but they're offering me the Ultimate for 3 months for $1, which is an incredible price. So if you have any discounts like this when you go to log in, I highly recommend, like, if you're thinking about going for the pass, definitely take advantage of these discounts, and make sure you turn off auto subscribe, so that at the end you're not getting charged, but at least it gives you the opportunity to try out the pass for a reasonable price. So with that being said, let's move on to the games and what games I think look good, or what games I know for sure are good. I will pass by ones that I'm not too crazily interested in. We'll go to my first suggestion, Mount & Blade Warband. There is a new Mount & Blade that just came out, Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord, which is pretty good from what I've heard. But this game is really, really fun. You start out as just one character, and you get to build up an army, and you get to go around to other areas and conquer armies and conquer cities and things like that. It's pretty fun, like RPG type game. I recommend it if you're into, like, battles and things like that, and medieval fighting. It's pretty interesting. Let's see what else. Halo 2, or why did I just say that? I was looking at this and thinking this, I guess. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Arguably one of the best RTS games that was ever made. Came out 20 years ago, and it's this new definitive edition. If you're into RTS games, or if you remember this game and you want a trip back to memory lane or some nostalgia, I highly recommend Age of Empires 2. It's a great game. Let's keep looking. Bleeding Edge, I find this game kind of fun. I think it'd be even more fun too with friends. It's like a objective based game, kind of like a MOBA, where there's different characters with different abilities, and like I said, it's objective based, but it's pretty fun, and with good teamwork and things like that, it can be pretty fun. It's kind of a casual game. It doesn't seem like there's a very big audience for it, so I don't expect it to be the next Valorant or CS:GO or anything like that. But if you're just looking for something chill, it's definitely an option. City Skylines, if you're just looking for something chill to build a city, it's a decent game. Throw it out there. Crusader Kings 3, wow, that game is super fun. On the surface, it looks kind of bland, and it's a lot of reading, and there's not much animations, but the stories and the things that can get derived from the game are pretty interesting. You start as a character, and basically there is no goal for the most part. You get to decide what it is you want to do. I'm kind of, I started as, like, the king of Ireland, and my goal was to take over the whole world. I didn't get very far because it takes a long time to do that, but the stories that are told in between and the things that can happen in the game are pretty entertaining and fun. So it's a good game to invest a little bit of time in and enjoy and have some fun with. Let's look at what else I would recommend here on the pass. Now, I'm seeing a lot of games that I would recommend to try, but we're kind of skipping over those, and I'm just looking at ones that I definitely would highly suggest for the most part, I guess. Frostpunk is a pretty good like city builder slash colony management game that can be quite brutal. So it's pretty hard. It also has really dark undertones, so it's kind of depressing in a way. So be careful of that. But it's pretty hardcore, and it can be fun if you're into like management games and city builders. It's decent. Faster Than Light is also a game that I would highly recommend trying out too. It's very simple on like the look of it, but basically it's like a spaceship management game where you're fighting other spaceships. But it takes a lot of strategy and things like that at the same time. So, and when you die, you just restart from the beginning, and it gives you that opportunity to ask yourself, what could I do differently, and what strategies do I need to do differently to do better than next time. So it's a silly, fun little game, can be very challenging, and I definitely suggest giving it a shot if you have the pass. Halos, absolutely. The Master Chief Collection is amazing. I've found it to be a little bit buggy and have a little bit of issues with connectivity. I had to solve that by turning off Universal Plug and Play on my router. But Halo 3 is a very nostalgic game. I played it a lot when I was a teenager. Super enjoyable, super nostalgic. So can't recommend Halo 2, 3, the Halos enough. Never really got into the Halo Wars games, so can't really recommend those. But there's the Master Chief Collection, and that I think includes pretty much all the Halos. Let's see what else there is to recommend here. Microsoft Flight Simulator, newer game, a lot of hype around it when it first came out. It is what it is. I'm not going to recommend it. My Time in Portia, I'll give that a recommendation. Kind of like Minecraft-y if you're into that kind of game. You build things, and you automate processes, and you build more and more complicated things. The graphics and the art style's a little kiddish in a way, but it's a fun little game. Definitely recommend if you're looking for something and you're bored. You can spend a few hours playing it. Definitely, it was a enjoyable experience and kind of a surprise. Let's keep looking here at what other options are out there. Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is a great game, actually. It's a card game. It's a deck building game where you start, at this level 0, and you go to level 1 and 2 and 3, and you're basically fighting more and more difficult enemies while you're building a deck and of cards to attack these enemies. And the game has countless possibilities for what kind of decks you could build, and multiple characters with different decks, and also a lot of different things that can change your experience as you play. So a lot of replayability. If you're into deck building and strategy and you want to challenge, Slay the Spire is definitely a good option. A little bit of dark undertones in my opinion, but it's still definitely worth a play. State of the Decay 2 got a pretty low rating, but with a couple of friends, I'd say it'd probably be a good game to give a shot to. Stellaris, I don't know if I love this game. My friend is crazy about it. It reminds me of Civ 5 with, sci-fi elements, I would say. But I can't really strongly recommend it, but it's still worth a shot. Let's see. Okay, so that's all of page 1. Let's look at page 2. What else do we have for recommendations? 2 Point Hospital. I recommend trying this out. This is a hospital management game with a comedic twist. But yeah, if you're into management and strategy sims and things like that, This is a pretty silly and fun game, but also challenging and lets you explore that creative and challenging side of your brain. So definitely fun. Wasteland 3 is like an RPG, like Diablo type turn-based combat game. Very dark undertones, so warning there, but worth a try if you're looking into like RPG turn-based games where you build characters and get equipment and things like that. It's decent. What else? I think that's the end. So there goes all of my suggestions for games that I've tried and that I can confirm are decent games. Of course, there are plenty of options for other games that I just kind of skipped over that I have not tried. So yeah, there's definitely a ton of options. So yeah, let me know what games you like, what games suggestions you guys might have, and let me know what you think about the suggestions that I've given as well. Hope you guys have a happy holidays, and I look forward to hearing from you.